Vectors. A vector has both magnitude and direction and can be represented by an arrow. Some examples of vectors are velocity, acceleration, and momentum. We can represent a vector by an arrow diagram. That is A and a B. In this, we can represent the vector as AB. That is capital alphabets, and then we write an arrow on top. When we write a vector AB, we know that the start point is A, the end point is B, and the arrow represents the direction of the vector. Now, the same way, it can be represented by a lowercase alphabet also. Vectors can be drawn on a coordinate grid. We have the points of A, B, and C. And now we'll represent these vectors in the form of columns. If you have to write the vector AB, then the starting point is A and the finishing point is B. So when we move in the X direction towards the right side, it is positive. When we move towards the left, it is negative. When we move up in the Y direction, it is positive. When we come down, it is negative. That is how we are going to write our vectors over here. Now AB, when you take from 1, we are moving to 3. That is 2 blocks we are moving to the right. And in the Y direction, we are coming down by 2 blocks. 2 blocks in the right and 2 blocks down. So we write it as 2 and minus 2. Then suppose if you need to write the vector BC from B to C. So it is 1 block to the right and 3 blocks up. So it will be 1 and 3. CD. CD when you take, you move 2 blocks to the left and 1 block up. 2 blocks left and 1 block up. When it is left, negative. Then DA. DA is 1 block left and 2 blocks down. 1 block left and 2 blocks down. Now if you need to find BA. Now our starting point is B and our end point is A. From B to A. So we move in the negative side, that is to the left, and we move up. So it will be minus 2, 2. If I take a negative sign outside this, comes as 2 and minus 2, which is equal to AB. Negative of AB. So BA and minus AB. So BA will be equal to minus of AB. So when we take the vectors A and minus A, they are equal in length. But they are in the opposite direction. Now the next one, addition and subtraction of vectors. First, let us write out the vector A. When the vectors are not in the coordinate grid, we depend on the arrows to write out the vector. So now for our vector, this is our starting point and this is our final point. So our vector is 1, 2, 3 and then it is a 2. So it will be right 3 and up 2. And vector B, that will be, this is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and minus 4. We have our vector C, that is in this direction. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and then downwards 1. The vector C is 4 and minus 2. If we need to add our vectors A and B, 3, 2 plus 1 minus 4. When we add it, it is 4 and minus 2. This is equal to C. That is, for our A and B, this for adding our vectors A and B, this is our starting point and this is our final position. In the same way, if you take the C, this is our initial point and this is our final point. So A plus B and C gives us the same answer. Now in the same way, if we need to subtract our vectors, A minus B, that is 3, 2 minus 1 minus 4. That will be equal to 3 minus 1 will be 2 and 2 minus minus 4 is plus 4, 2 plus 4, so it will be equal to 6. So addition and subtraction of vectors can be done in this form. Multiplication by a scalar. Suppose if you have a vector A which is 2, 1, then 2A will be equal to 2 multiplied by 2, 1. So it will be equal to 4, 2. If we draw this vector 4, 2, then from here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2. So here, this will be 2A. So we see that this vector A and vector 2A are parallel to each other. So vector A and 2A are parallel vectors. So when a scalar is multiplied by a vector, then the two vectors will be parallel to each other. The next thing is position vector. Position vector is always calculated from the origin. Suppose a position vector of A will be equal to OA. In the same way, position of vector of B means that we have to find what is OB. So now in this case, OA will be equal to A. Now let us find a few position vectors. So OA will be equal to A. And then OB will be equal to B. Suppose if we need to find OC, this is A and this is of equal length and it is in the same direction. OA, so this is A. So this AC will also be equal to A. So OC will be equal to A plus A, that will be equal to 2A. In the same way, OE will be equal to, this is B, B plus this will also be B, B plus B will be equal to 2B. Suppose if you need to find OD, OD can be written as OA plus AD. OA we know it is an A and AD is parallel to this vector B and this is also of equal length. So this will also be equal to B. So that will be equal to A plus B. OD will be equal to A plus B. Suppose if you have to find OG, vector OG can be written as OC plus GC. Our OC is A plus A, that is 2A. And then GC, sorry, to CG. Our CG is parallel to it, so it is a B. Now if we need to find here LD, if we need to find, we can do this and do this, that is LG plus GD. LG plus GD. When we take here LG, it is in the opposite direction. This way, this is parallel to it. This is B and this is a A. So now our LG is opposite to B. So we write it as minus B. And then this GD is also opposite to A. So we write it as minus A. So minus B minus A will be the answer for LD. We see the relation between vectors BH and CT. Now our vector BH when we write, BH will be equal to, this is A and this is a B. So it will be equal to A plus B. And then our CT, here is a C and here it is T. So this will be A and here also A. So it is 2A and this will be B and B 2B. So it will be 2A plus 2B. So now we have, if you take this as common, 2A plus B, that will be equal to twice the vector BH. So CT will be equal to 2 times the vector BH. So BH, vector BH and vector CT are parallel to each other. In order to show that B, H and R lie on the straight line, we'll find out the vector BH as well as we'll find the vector BR. And then we'll check how they are. Now BH. B and a H. BH is A plus B. And BR. BR is 2A plus 2B. So BR will be equal to twice BH. These two vectors BR and BH, as BR equal to 2 times BH, BR and BH are parallel to each other. And BR and BH start at the same point B. So the points B, H and R lie on the same straight line. Now magnitude of a vector. We are given with the vector 4. The vector AB is 1, 2, 3, 4 and here 3. So vector AB is 4 and negative 3. In order to find the magnitude of the vector, we can just use the Pythagoras theorem. This is 3 units and this is 4 units. We can square these two sides and add them up. Square root of it will give us the vector A, the length of AB. The same thing, magnitude of AB, we can use the Pythagoras theorem and then get it. That will be equal to square root of 4 square plus minus 3 the whole square. So it will be 16 plus 9. So square root of 25. So it will be equal to 5. If A will be equal to xy, then magnitude of the vector A will be equal to square root of x square plus y square. In the first question, PQ is given as A and QR is given as B and SQ, S to Q, this is given as A minus 2B and M is given as a midpoint of PS. So this length and PM and MS are equal. So if this is B, this is an extension of it and it is of equal length. So this will also be equal to B. At first part of our question, A, we need to show that vector PS equal to 2B. Now in order to show vector PS is 2B, PS will be equal to PM plus MS vectors. So it will be it is B plus B. So it will be equal to 2B. Now we need to show that PQRM is a parallelogram. PQRM, this one is a parallelogram. In order to show that they are parallelogram, we need to show that the opposite sides are parallel and equal. So for B part, we'll find out what is PR. PR will be equal to PQ plus QR. PQ we know it is A and QR is B. Also this PR can be written as in this direction we have written. Even in this way we can write it. So it will also be equal to PM plus MR. So PM we know it is a B and we don't know what is MR. So now A plus B equal to B plus MR. So automatically MR, vector MR will be equal to A. So this vector is also equal to A. So from this we have that PQ equal to MR and PM equal to QR. That means the opposite sides are parallel and equal. So PQRM is a parallelogram. In the second question, the vector PQ is given as minus 3 and 4. We need to find the point Q. And our point P, coordinate of P is given as minus 2, 3. So when we write this in vector form, it is from the origin OP will be equal to minus 2 and a 3. And we are given with PQ. PQ, if we can write it as PO plus OQ. Always we insert an alphabet in between. This whatever alphabet we write here, we write it over here. Or this can be written as minus of OP plus OQ. So it will be equal to OQ minus OP. Always we can remember that vector PQ will be equal to the second one, OQ minus the first one. OQ minus OP. Now we know what is OP and we can find out our OQ. That is PQ will be equal to OQ minus OP. PQ is minus 3, 4. That will be equal to, we don't know the value of OQ, minus OP is minus 2, 3. So when we shift it, our OQ will be equal to minus 3, 4 plus minus 2, 3. That will be equal to minus 5, 7. Therefore, the coordinate of Q is minus 5 and 7. The second question is magnitude of PQ. Magnitude of PQ will be equal to square root of minus 3 square plus 4 square. So it will be equal to square root of 9 plus 16. So it is square root of 25. So it will be equal. The second part of the question, we are given that AN is to NB equal to 2 is to 3 and AY will be equal to 2 by 5 of AC. We need to find ON. That is, this ON will be equal to, we are starting at O and finishing at N. ON will be equal to OA plus AN. So it is vector OA plus vector AN. We know vector OA is A. And we need to find AN. In order to find AN, here we are given with some information. AN is to NB is 2 is to 3. So AN is to NB. This is 2 parts and this is of 3 parts. So now, our AN, this is total is 5 parts. In case if we can find our AB, AB will be equal to, as we have done in our previous question, AB will be equal to OB minus OA. So OB is B and OA is A. So now our AN will be equal to, this is 2, total is 5 parts, 2 over 5 of, so it will be equal to 2 over 5 B minus A. So our AN we can write it as 2 by 5 of B minus A. So when we simplify it, it is A plus 2 by 5B minus 2 by 5A. So 1A minus 2 by 5A will give us 3 by 5A plus 2 by 5B. So this 1 by 5 is common. If you take that out, it is 3A plus 2B. Now B part, in order to find NY, NY can be written as NA plus AY. So we'll write that NA plus AY. NA, instead of NA, we know what is AN. So AN's opposite of it will give us NA. Negative of it will give us NA. We need to find AY. For finding AY, it is given as AY will be equal to 2 by 5 of AC. Now our AC is B. So it will be equal to 2 by 5 B. So we'll substitute all these values in it. Our AN is this. So NA will be minus of 2 by 5 of B minus A plus our AY is 2 by 5 B. So when you multiply this inside, minus 2 by 5B plus 2 by 5A plus 2 by 5B plus 2 by 5B minus 2 by 5B will get cancelled. So we are left out with 2 by 5. The second part, we need to give two conclusions about NY and BC. So when we take NY and BC, this is NY and BC is over here. NY is 2 by 5A. So we have NY equal to 2 by 5A and BC will be equal to, this is parallel to it since it's a parallelogram, so it is A. So NY and BC are multiples of each other. So automatically the first thing will be NY and BC are parallel. And the second one is NY will be equal to 2 by 5 of BC. So we can add and subtract vectors and multiply a vector by a scalar and also represent vectors by a straight line. Thank you.